Welcome to the Source Code Podcast with your host, Mr. SAJ.
Mr. JAY.
Bringing you the latest.
And the not so greatest in this case.
Yeah, unfortunately. News to the week.
To grab your PG tips.
And stay tuned for that drip, boy.
That slow, depressing drip.
Oh, mate, it's unfortunate at the moment with the drip we've got to deal with.
I don't want to start it out on a bad note, but there's a lot of shit going on.
There's a lot of shit going on. But you know what? Before we start, I actually just want to make a quick... I want to say a quick thing.
We've got a sponsor.
I want to sponsor this, yeah? To all the people out there in the world, you know?
What?
Nah, it's not a sponsor. It's not a sponsor.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Gonna say.
I just want to say to everyone out there, obviously, it's lockdown 3.0 in the biz, you get me? And I just want to say to anyone out there who's suffering with mental health issues or, you know, got some problems in your life and all that kind of stuff, I just wish you all the best. And I hope everything goes well during this lockdown for you because, you know, I'm out here praying for you, B. Don't worry. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it's on a real though, man. It's a fucked up time for a lot of people.
It's fucking heavy, man.
We're quite lucky when you think about it in the positions that, you know, we're not like suffering too badly with lockdown, like financially or, you know, family's okay. But there's a lot of people that are like seriously fucked.
Yeah, I know, man.
And it's kind of crazy to think.
It's heavy times, man.
It's really heavy. But I don't even know what to do because like there's nothing that I can say that's like, oh, you know, it'll be better because like, do you know what I mean though?
You just got to go with the law of the land, innit?
Like no matter how everyone's in different situations, we all agree on one thing is that it's just fucking shit and we want it to be over.
Yeah,
like whether you're a masker or an anti-masker, a COVID conspiracy theorist or someone that reads all the news and believes everything, we all feel the same way. We all just want it to be fucking over.
Exactly. Like we want things to go back to the way it was.
Yeah. And should we tell people as well, let's also address, if you are watching this or listening and noticing that we're next to each other right now, Saj, tell them why we're allowed to be together right now.
It's a little, you know what I'm saying? What are the... No, it's the support bubble, isn't it? We read the rules.
We read the government website.
We made sure to check the government official website thing, so don't worry about that. We're making sure we're COVID safe. So a bit of distance, as you can see. You know, we're sanitizers on the table. Don't worry. It's one of them, and obviously I do worry, but obviously I do take precautions myself, and I always try to make sure I look out for the family, even my, you know, the people around me and stuff like that. I don't want to be able to, you know, I don't want to bring it home, if you know what I mean. But I think I'm quite fortunate in a sense because I don't really go out like that at all. Like, especially with lockdown and stuff, I don't really see my friends. I chat to everyone online, but
it's kind of lonely, isn't it?
It is. It can get lonely, but I mean, the one thing which I think about is that I think I am quite fortunate to be in the situation that I'm in where I think even mentally I feel fine. Like I think I'm doing all right because I've got my family, you know, I stay in contact with all my boys and my family and all that kind of stuff. So I just, in general, I feel sound. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't, there's nothing, this lockdown's not really affecting me like how the first and the second lockdown did. Because I feel like with those ones, I went ready for it. But I think with this, I had I was expecting it. It was set in my mind that, you know, we're gonna go into a lockdown. And
mate, that's really interesting because for me, it's the other way around. The first lockdown, I'm not gonna lie, mate, I was loving it, to be honest. Not loving the fact that there's a pandemic, but the lockdown part of it I didn't really mind. You know, we're at home, you know, just chilling. It was like, oh my god, we've got all this free time. You know, it was a bit like there's a bit of a novelty to it. For me anyway, because like I was basically at home all day, just chilling.
Just doing your own thing.
Yeah, but this lockdown is getting to me. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's mad because I think like the biggest thing when it comes down to a lockdown is more to do with your mindset and how you kind of set out the time that you've got available for yourself. Because going back in time to the first lockdown, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I just thought to myself, like, yo, I got bare time. I'm going to chill, do whatever the hell I want kind of thing. And I think that kind of freedom of myself and letting myself go like that, just, I don't know, it's just bad. Like, I knew for the fact that even though I'm a big guy and I'm fat, whatever, but I felt like I'd put more weight on during the first lockdown than I have during the second and third one.
Yeah. Because
I'm a bit more planned in my head. Like, I kind of know what I'm doing. I think realistically, because I've got some form of a plan or what I'm doing throughout the day or what I want to do, I don't know, I just feel all right with things. The one thing I don't like is obviously You wake up in the morning, you get a little bit of daylight, and then it's boom, straight back to darkness again.
It does make it worse that this lockdown, we're not in glorious 26 degrees every day. We're in winter where it's fucking cold, it's fucking raining, it's fucking shit.
Yeah, windy
You know what I mean?
and
Yeah, man.
not a good time to be out anyway. So I think this lockdown, as I say, like, it's nice because even though it's cold and shit, like, you would be staying at home anyway. So I don't know.
You know
I
what it
think
is
that
for me,
makes up for it.
The first time I was like, oh, I'm going to make food. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I'm just going to do things that I didn't normally have time for. But this time I'm just like, I just want it to be over, man. Like, it's the third lot, mate. Do you remember when we were recording podcasts back in March?
Yeah.
And we were like, isn't it mad that we're going into lockdown? None of us could have predicted that in January we would be back in lockdown.
To be fair though,
It's so
I
embarrassing.
think personally, like, I remember when we got out with the second lockdown and then Liverpool was in tier 2, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? The way people are moving, 100% we were going to go back into it. And I think that, as I said, because when I put that in my mind, I kind of already knew it was coming. Like, I think if we had stricter rules a bit like other countries, like in look at places like New Zealand, like they're doing a madness. Like, they made sure to cut off all sources and they had things in the background which would work. Don't get me wrong, they still went through a pandemic and stuff, but the ease of things for them right now, the way the country is and all that, everything's quite nice, it's cushy. And I think if we were like that from the very beginning, I think we probably wouldn't even be in a lockdown right now, personally.
It's because when like it became apparent that shit was serious, the rest of the world was like, okay, let's take action. I say the rest of the, you know, there was some countries that were like, okay, we need to fucking lock this bitch down. The UK were like singing songs about washing your hands and like, you know, be careful in public, you know, but don't worry too much. And I kind of feel like it was a little bit of the same in America as well.
100.
But we didn't take it seriously, and there's a lot to be said for like, you know, it's an unprecedented thing. As much as I hate that word, it really is. We've not really seen this before, apart from like, you know, the Spanish flu. That was a long time ago. So nobody can really know what to expect, but they kind of should have reacted better.
100%,
I think
100%.
they like proper fannied around at the start, and even during the whole eat out to help out thing, and like, because in July, I'm not gonna lie, mate, I was under the impression that life was kind of normal now again, and you know, we're just gonna slowly ease back into normalness, and then it just flipped the other way around just before Christmas. Honestly, out of nowhere, it was like, okay, look at these graphs, and the graphs are always hideous.
It's not even the graphs, bro. It's more to do with the fact that, sorry to alarm the public, we have a new strain.
Yeah, the new strain.
Like, originally we had COVID Kush, now we have Lemon Haze 19. So it's a bit of a... I don't know, man. They said in the news, there's another strain of COVID or something.
Have you heard that there's now another strain?
Fuck off.
Have you not heard about this?
Bro, they're growing this shit, man.
Bro.
They've got to be in a factory or some shit.
Honestly, I don't know what's happening, but no, apparently there's like one coming from South America, and they've just like shut the borders. Didn't you see the other day that Boris cancelled all of the travel corridors from Monday, from day after tomorrow?
No, shit, I don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't really seen much about it.
Mate, the lockdowns and shit has got so much more like, it's got so much more intense this time. You can't.
The rules are a lot stricter.
Yeah. In Tesco, I saw genuinely like one or two people in there without a mask, whereas a few months ago you'd go in there, not, you know, there's loads of people not wearing masks.
But, you know, when things get serious and we keep going back into lockdown, I think hopefully it kind of makes, you know, it makes people be like, all right, yeah, fair enough, we should maybe take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
But then talking about the fact that, you know, coronavirus is still going on, fuck me, have you seen what's happening in America, lad? What the
my God,
fuck,
dude.
man?
Mate, where were you when you first found out about what happened?
Bro, I was just at home, man. I was just genuinely
Obviously
at home.
Like, what were you doing at the time?
I probably was playing COD or some shit, you know, and I just remember I'd check on my phone, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on here? What? They go. Obviously, when I think of a riot, I'm thinking like, yeah, fair. People are outside, you know, making mad noise and, you know, getting riled up, saying, yo, oh, freedom and all this kind of shit. But then when the fact that they actually actually went into the building, I don't know what the building's called. Is it the White
Capitol?
House?
No, it's the Capitol. Yeah.
They went into the Capitol. I'm thinking like, yo, hold on a sec. This is a bit extreme, isn't it? Like, yo, Like most of the time when you think of rioting, it's all out in the streets. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it happens in a certain place and that's it. But then when you bring it inside the capital, you're thinking, shit, hold on a sec. These guys are a bit more, I think these guys are extremists.
Mate,
In all
they're
honesty.
they're fucking terrorists, bro. Like protesting in the street, you know, be it peaceful, it's relatively, you know, fine. Everyone generally accepts it's fine. But if you're breaking into a building, you know, that's, you know, you're no longer a protester. You're a rioter and you're a criminal and you should be fucking in prison if you break into any building as part of a protest. But what we saw at the Capitol was fucking crazy, mate. It was absolutely. I've not seen anything like that on the news
Yeah,
in my
same.
entire
Never.
life ever before. I've heard people say that this is the worst thing to happen since 9/11, but obviously I don't really remember 9/11. So
Mate, talking about 9/11, sorry, just to go back a little bit and tell you the story.
you need to say about 9/11.
No, because I remember back in the day, like coming back from primary school, I came home and I remember the first thing mum was like, yo, just sit down and watch the TV really quickly. And I was like, why?
When you
I
were
watched-
like 4 years old,
yeah,
5
it
years
was
old or
like,
something.
when then, like 2001, wasn't it?
Yeah,
2001.
Yeah.
I was 5 years old at the time.
yeah, I was 4.
And I remember I was just sat there just watching it on the news and I was just like, yo, babe, everyone's going crazy. You see the building, that's you know, the smoke's coming out of the Twin Towers. I was just like, yo, as a kid, this is like, what the fuck's
And
going
you fucking
on?
remember seeing that?
Yeah, because it was so vivid. Because obviously, once that happened, life for me changed a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
At the age of 5?
It changed a lot for me, more to do with the fact of my culture, my religion, my skin color, everything.
Oh, in the sense that Muslims were now looked at differently.
Exactly.
Oh, I see what you mean.
100%.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why it was just heavy. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, quite fortunate. I was still quite young at the time. So when I was growing up and stuff, like, even though I could see the racism and I could see the stereotypes of, oh yeah, every Muslim's a fucking bombing or whatever.
It was now realised.
Yeah, it was just they're like, holy shit, I've not done nothing to do this, but it's happening anyway. Like people in the UK, I'm like, yo, we've not done shit, you get
Yeah,
me? But
yeah.
we're still getting the backlash
Yeah.
from it, and it's a bit like, yo.
It's fucked up, mate.
I think that's why I do remember it quite a lot because, as I say, like,
Oh yeah,
it
that makes sense.
changed.
You know what that is? It's called white privilege that I don't remember it.
Yeah, probably.
It actually is. It actually is white privilege because I don't fucking remember, mate. I probably saw it when I was 5. My mum probably showed me, but I don't fucking remember. But
Yeah.
that's because it wasn't as significant to me as it was for you.
I think that's when I think about, like, you know, when you go back to the timeline of when you do things in life or you remember certain parts of your life, it's like a bit like a timestamp. So, like, 9/11 was a timestamp that obviously had, like, different things occurred after that time. And obviously how you were treated and how, you
whole
know,
world
people
changed.
kind of, people's mindsets completely changed from that moment in time. I think right now it's gotten a lot better. Like, I can definitely say, like, it's a lot more relaxed in a sense. I think there are still people out there, like, you know, EDL and all that kind of shit that still think, oh, all the Muslims are terrorists and all this kind of shit.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And then even fucking the French prime minister as well, like, he's just thinking like, yo, what's going on with all the Muslims and that, you get me? And then
Wait,
all
what
this
did the
shit
French Prime
happening.
Minister do?
I think from what I remember seeing an article where he was like, yeah, this, like, all Muslims should go into, like, behavioral change because
What?
yeah they should change their behaviors or they should leave the religion because Islam is an extremist religion.
No, it's not.
I know, this is what I'm saying,
It's
but
those
he
peaceful-
thinks that's what it is.
Mate, that's
And that
just
was-
ignorance. That's pure
Isn't that
fucking
mad?
ignorance.
Isn't that mad?
That
The
is
fucking
cra-
French prime minister. But then again, see, he did take a lot of backlash from that because obviously, you know, they're kind of like the oil companies and all that in the Middle East.
Oh, really?
They were declaring and saying, "No, we don't want to work with France no more."
Yeah,
and
well, fuck them. A
you know what I'm
Prime
saying?
Minister like that.
fucking baguette.
Dude. Did you just call him a baguette?
Call them a baguette. Not even a tiger bread one. You get me? He's just like a plain loaf of baguette, whatever the bog standard one that you get from Smart Price. You get me?
Oh my god.
Bottom of the barrel shit.
But yeah, the riots, mate. Fucking hell. All right, talking about ignorance. You know the White House, right? So this is just a little stupid, funny story. You know the White House. Where do you think the White House is?
I don't even know. I don't research America like that, so I think it's in. Isn't it Washington DC?
Yeah, Washington DC, and Washington DC is the state. It is the capital of America, right? That's the capital city of America. So Washington DC is the capital state of America. So I assumed that the riots were in Washington DC at the White House because it's the capital of America. But capital AL and capital OL are two different things, apparently.
What the fuck?
So the capital city of America is like, that city, that country's capital. But the Capitol building, spelt with an OL, is where the riots were. And I don't think that was in Washington, D.C.
Wait, I gotta check this. We gotta make sure we're talking facts.
Okay, one sec. Where do you think Washington is? Washington, D.C., sorry. Where do you think Washington, D.C. is?
I don't know, somewhere in the middle of America.
Would you assume that it's in Washington?
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Fuck off, Washington, D.C. is not in Washington.
There's a state, there's an American state called Washington, right? Or am I just... Oh, mate, this is going to get edited if I'm wrong. So let's get the map up.
One sec.
So, the state of Washington.
Yeah.
Would you assume that Washington, D.C. is in Washington?
Yes. I think any person who doesn't know America would presume that straight
Where's
away.
my fucking phone? So this is Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah.
If I zoom out, what capital do you expect this to be in?
Wait, what the fuck? What?
Washington's over there, bro. And that's
Wait.
And that's where Washington, D.C. is.
What the fuck? What the fuck's going on here?
They're on opposite sides of the fucking continent. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is in...
Another place called Washington?
It's in... What's this state here? Virginia. Yeah. Is it in Virginia?
It looks like it's on the border because it looks like it might
It's
be
like
Maryland.
between three states. But yeah, this is where Washington, D.C. is. And this is, in fact, where the White House is, of course. So, but the riots happened in Washington at Capitol Hill. Look. Let's go to Washington.
So that's Capitol Hill Station.
So Capitol Hill is in Seattle, look, which is in Washington State. So this is Capitol Hill. It's like an area. It's like, I guess, like a borough, I guess, in Seattle.
Wait, you zoom out.
But Seattle's in Washington. So you've got the capital city of America in Washington, D.C., which isn't actually in Washington, it's in Virginia. And the Capitol building...
Is somewhere over here.
No, the Capitol building is not in the capital of the country. The Capitol building is in Washington. Not D.C., just Washington State in Seattle is the Capitol building. And I'm looking at this on Google thinking, am I fucking stupid or am I seeing this? This is what I had to ask you.
Bro,
Isn't that a madness?
That's a madness, bro. What the fuck?
Why is it so confusing?
Then again, no, you know what it is? This is proper confusing, but then you understand why America do shit like, oh, it's the sidewalk.
Because it's at the side.
It's on the side of the fucking road where you're meant to walk.
Yeah.
Like, they changed the English language to make it as simple as possible for someone to be there and be like, oh, that's where you walk because it's on the side. Yeah, correct. I'm presuming, right? And I was just like, holy shit. Nah, but that's some fucking confusing shit, lads.
I know.
Why the fuck is
the Capitol Hill is not in the capital of the country. It's an area in Washington, but Washington D.C., the actual capital of America, has the White House, but it's not in Washington. It's in Washington D.C. in Virginia.
Nah.
I know.
Nah. This is just
Mate,
stupid.
if we've got this wrong, right, please someone let me know, and I will delete this episode as soon as you let me know, because otherwise we just look like fucking idiots if we're wrong about
we're
this.
just looking like proper newbies to a globe, innit?
Yeah, but like, because I was watching the video and I was like, is that the fucking White House that they're breaking into? But it's not. It's the Capitol, which is I think where they do all the is it where the Supreme Court is or something?
Bro, you're asking
it's
the
where
wrong person.
All of the Democrats were counting the votes in that building, and Trump came out all over the internet saying, "This is injustice. It's being stolen from us. You know, you need to." I can't remember whether he actually said like go there, but
Yeah, he was insinuating it though, isn't it?
he was inciting it very, very strongly, and that's what he got impeached with: incitement of insurrection. So he basically encouraged all these people, and then they obviously it was way bigger than what he thought it would be, and they broke into the fucking building. I saw this video, and there's like massive crowds barricading, bursting into this door, trying to smash it. And there's people with hammers like smashing the windows. And they're trying to get in through this door. It's a huge mob. And then on the other side, there's like a few guys, just like a few dudes like that, but with guns pointing at them. So the people are trying to break through the door. People are stood there with guns pointing at the door. A woman gets shot in the neck and dies.
Shit.
And you see it on video. So part of me was like, oh my fucking God, someone got killed. This is ridiculous. And then part of me was like, but she was there at the riot trying to break through a fucking door.
Yeah.
Obviously to try and, because if they got through, they would have definitely tried to kill those people. 100% if they got through that door.
They might have tried to kill them, but at the same time, I think they would have just been there, like, trying to fuck everything up kind of thing. Like,
yeah, but if they get through the door and they see that person in front of them and they just stood there, what are they going to do? They're going to attack him. Of course.
That's true. Yeah.
Whether he dies or not is a different thing, but they're going to attack him.
Human thing you would do, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and they found people with they seized two pipe bombs at the Capitol. So some people had bought pipe bombs. They found a guy with tie wraps who was in some crazy like ninja suit.
Some like attacking mode.
Wasn't a ninja suit, but it was like he was in like this combat outfit with tie wraps, right? Which basically means he was going to try to kidnap, like tie people up and shit. Like, mate, I was watching, and the more I was watching it, the more I was just thinking, oh my God. Because I was like, it was like 11 o'clock at night for us, and I was just in bed, like, on my phone, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See, the one thing which I kind of get a little bit confused about is that how did they have you seen, obviously, because there's loads of photos and stuff spiraling online about, like, people robbing shit from the actual Capitol itself.
They got arrested.
They got arrested and stuff, but can you just see how mad it is when that guy was holding that, like, the podium or
the
something?
Podium,
just
mate, with this big grin on his face.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, oh, look at me, I've done something so sick. And it's just like, what?
That was so funny, man. That was so funny.
I just don't seem to understand what they were trying to get across. Like, there's rioting and trying to share a message, but then actually looting a building with people in it who work there, and there's actual people in the building at all times, I'm presuming.
Yeah, well, that's where they were counting the votes, and they knew that because that was the vote counting night where they were going to finally decide.
Wow.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
I'd presume it would be, otherwise why the fuck would they be there?
It wasn't just a random thing. It was because they were counting the votes in that building, and there was some dude called Mike Pence who.
He was the vice president, wasn't he?
Is he the vice president?
He was the vice president when Trump was on?
Yeah, Mike Pence was in the building and people were like saying, oh, if we get in it, we're gonna fucking kill Mike Pence and shit. So he was in the building. Imagine being in the building just on your phone on Twitter seeing all this shit.
Yeah, just watching it happen like, oh shit. Yourself. Any minute now, they'll be coming through that door.
Like. They must have guns in that.
I'm not sure that if guns are legal in the state of Seattle or Washington. Bro, I'm already confused with where the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously there's different laws for different places in America, isn't it?
And Washington State's not actually in America; it's in Canada. Not even in America. No, I'm joking.
Imagine what the fuck that would have just fucked it all up. But still, when I think about it though as well, imagine, the thing is, I can't imagine that ever happening in the UK. Like, I can't imagine someone trying to, like, go to number 10 Downing Street or whatever.
Yeah.
Breaking in, fucking, being like, the fucking Tories, let me fucking, change the vote, lad, let me get the Labour Party. And, I genuinely don't think we would ever come to that point. And I just think that's just to do with our general behaviour. See, the thing when it comes down to the craziness, though, is that how can a businessman change your outlook on politics so much?
I know. How can Trump make all them people? It's like a cult.
Yeah, he's basically created a cult.
They would kill for him, mate. Like, some Trump supporters would kill for Trump.
Mate, you know what I found funny?
Who are these people, bro?
This is on a separate note, but this is in relation to Trump. I had to unfollow him because I just couldn't believe it. Lil Pump is a fucking Trump supporter.
When Trump calls him a little pimp.
I remember when there was an interview, and Lil Pump actually put a post on his Instagram, and it was just him there, like, fucking trying to give a speech, and I'm just there like, hold on a second.
What the fuck happened to him?
This is the guy who made Gucci Gang, and now he's out there like, I want to change America. I want to put some rules in place. I want to, like, what the fuck are you doing there, lad?
Little pump for Trump. And when Trump introduced him, he goes, "Oh yes, this Lil Pimp. He's a music artist, Lil Pimp."
Mate, all I could imagine now is just him doing a little remix of MAGA, 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 MAGA gang,
Yeah.
MAGA gang,
MAGA gang, MAGA gang, MAGA gang, MAGA gang. Spend 4x on new chain.
Man just dropped some new merch. That MAGA merch. No, but still, go back to that riots and would like now 100% from a behavioral perspective, I just can't imagine people from the UK doing shit like that.
I don't know, actually, bro. I don't know, because I know what you're saying. Some people are like that, but there's crazy people in every fucking country. Like, I think it's because America's so big, like the scale of it is amplified, and therefore more crazy shit happens because it's a bigger. There's more fucking people to be crazy.
True that,
and
actually,
we see it more. But dude, there's some fucked up people who live in the UK.
True.
Fucked up motherfuckers.
You know what? Nah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The bigger the place, the more morons you're gonna find.
Exactly. And mate, America's huge, mate.
Yeah, it's massive.
America's huge.
Look at that map, lad.
I know.
Fucking hell.
Mate, and then you go to the fucking you go to the UK. Where are we?
So we see this big ass place.
And where's the UK, mate?
Just over there.
It's fucking there. There's us, look. There's us.
In the smallest fucking place ever, and then there's them over there. Nah, but I can definitely see your point though, like 100%. I think the bigger the place, the more morons you're gonna find because there's more people there to expose themselves in that regard. But what can you do? It's happened now. I do think it's a bit of a mad situation, especially because if you think about it now, after everything that has happened, that Trump's been banned off obviously all social media platforms and all that, and I think it's a bit weird because these companies that have banned them are American, and I think the whole message behind America is freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Even though I understand freedom of speech is something which is, it's a universal thing. People should be free to say what they want or feel how they want to be. But in America, it's really emphasized, like going back to like those videos and stuff we saw of people in Costco and that, and be like, I'm not wearing a mask. I woke up in a free country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, yo, hold on a second. That's their thing, innit? But freedom. Then when he got banned off all these platforms, I'm thinking, yo, these are American companies banning another American for freedom of speech.
Yeah, but mate, that doesn't mean that all Americans believe in freedom of speech just because it's in their constitution.
True, but see, that's the thing. It's in their constitution, though, isn't it? It's something which they like proper. It's they kind of they hold it in their hearts, kind of thing. It's like this thing of, yeah, I'm in America. I'm in a place of freedom, and I just think like, especially where you're from, like no matter what, like being from the UK, I think the UK is really diverse. So like, my kind of beliefs is that get along. Everyone's here to do their thing, and just love people basically, and I think just be at peace with anyone you can be.
Yeah, because it makes not only does it make their life easier, but it makes your life easier.
Yeah, 100.
If you're just like, like
there's is that a Somali dude down there? Yeah, calm lad. Man's just from Somalia, innit? Man's from Bangladesh.
I don't understand people who are racist, mate. I don't fucking understand it.
I don't get it.
Like, who the fuck cares what you think about? Why would you look at someone and have a certain, judgment of them and then go out of your way even to do something against? Who the fuck cares? Just get on with your life.
See, I think if you think about it, the big thing behind it is that a small minority of people's actions will always seem to showcase of what they think every one of those kind of people are like.
Yeah.
So going back 9/11 kind of thing, when I was going through this whole thing of where everyone thought Muslims are terrorists, isn't that a mad thought to think that the KKK was existing, but then not every person thought a white person was out there to kill black people?
I know. It's because, I mean, I actually don't know what it is because I don't know what it is.
It's
because you could easily look at the people who rioted the Capitol and say, oh, this is what white people are like. They're just fucking crazy motherfuckers who break into shit and, are loudmouths and shit. You could easily say that.
But then, see, when you say something in that regard, do you actually think? Because I don't like saying it, but I don't necessarily believe it either. But do you think the reason why, even though I know you said before someone got shot, do you reckon there was less violence involved in that situation because the majority of people that were there were white,
as opposed to if they were black?
Yeah,
yeah,
or just not even black, but just any other kind of
culture? I do, mate. They I mean, it's a really controversial one because a lot of people were saying, oh, well, look at Black Lives Matter. Look at how those people were treated. You know, people were attacked, you know, violently by the police. Whereas at this one, people, this riot, people just, the fucking police let them in, mate.
They were just there like,
you see the video?
yeah, go on then. Like,
he was opening the gate like, go on then. So
I'll go have
do
your
agree.
fun, lad. Go have your fun.
I do agree. I mean, even though, like, I saw a lot of videos of like really extreme BLM marches where they were breaking into shops, just fucking walking down the street, breaking into random shops.
Yeah.
Which is obviously not protesting, and that's fucking criminal activity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
It's a weird thing, and that's the reason why I say like, I don't want to say it because obviously I'm still the kind of guy who thinks that, especially with like everything that's happened with the Black Lives Matter movement, like I don't genuinely think every police officer's out there to kill someone. You get me? Like no way. Like it's always a few of them who are just obviously got their own mindsets, and I think they're the bad people. The people who have done those things are bad people.
Yeah.
Like no matter what you can say about it, and plus, it does anger me to think that some of those police officers in those situations get away with it.
I know. Oh, mate.
That infuriates me, and I think that's not right because that person is a bad person. But then it goes back to that thing of like, you know, colonizing people as a group to think, oh yeah, some police officers have done
Colonizing.
this. I don't know. You know,
Do you know what colonizing means? Colonizing is where you go to another country and you fucking populate. If we colonize Mars.
Yeah, but then that's probably where these dickhead police officers are coming from.
No, I know what you're saying.
But but genuinely, I just think it's kind of mad. I don't think you can branch every police officer as wanting to kill someone, because I just think every group or every little groups of society are gonna have people who are just idiots or stupid or they're not that right in the head kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion on racism, people, you know, you've got people, some of them are nice, some of them are fucking cunts. And that is not limited to race, to skin cut, you know, religion, eye cut. That's not that's not, you know, you can't
put them together, innit?
Yeah.
You're
Politics is a bit mad, to be honest.
because it's so opposed and there's so many different things going on, and I don't know, like obviously everyone has their own opinions. I'm just the kind of guy who's like, yo, I'm the law of the land, innit? Whatever the land's given me, I just gotta live by it. Like I can't do shit about it. Yes, I know I can vote. I did vote, but fuck it. If it didn't work, it didn't work. What can you fucking do? It's like the drop for the 95 Neon OGs. Pair of trainers are just like a very Liverpool pair of trainers. I didn't win it. I didn't win the raffle.
No one fucking won it.
Shit.
It's probably rigged.
What am I gonna do? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I've missed out, but fuck it. I'm still gonna crack on with life. It's not gonna affect me like that. You get me?
Yeah. Pandemic, not winning a raffle, it's kind of the same thing.
Just like, fuck it. You know, we're in lockdown. All right, fair enough. You know, nah. Boris, how fucking dare you? You motherfucker. I'm not gonna go down 10 Downing Street and be like, nah, you're not gonna fucking lock me up. I'll be like, nah, fair enough. I'm in lockdown, innit? What can you do?
Yeah, man. Like, I think even for a lot of the people that were like really, activists about it at first, who were like, oh, protesting and, you know, all over Instagram, I think even those people are kind of now just like, all right, then we'll just get on with it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get.
It's just life, though, isn't it? You've just got to crack on with things. At the end of the day.
I just think that now we're doing lockdown properly, and it's not fanning around. You know, it's now proper lockdown. I think it will be over soon, and I say I'm
hopeful.
I mean, there is some glimpse of hope. Like, I'm watching the news a lot more now than I once was, because now I'm like, because when you know, back in the day I was just like, oh, I don't give a fuck, we're off work.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I want it to be over, so I'm going to check the news every day to see what the latest is, and I'm seeing how many people have been vaccinated. I'm seeing, we project that we're going to vaccinate every adult by June, and I'm thinking, okay, if we just stay in lockdown and vaccinate people, that has to be the way out.
Yeah.
That has to be.
Okay, now we're on the conversation of vaccines. I do want to talk about something.
Oh boy.
Here we go, baby. So, what do you think about this? Like, I swear, I've seen like some mad posts on people on Facebook and shit that I'd never expect to see in my life. And they're going on about like, if you take this vaccine, the government's fucking taking control of your brain in it.
Yeah, mate.
And I'm like, what the
mate.
fuck, man? Do you think they make all these, like, you know, when you go to another country and you've got to take a vaccine for it, like, you know, like a shot or whatever to try and make your body immune and that? No. That's fine. You get me?
Fine.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I want to go to another country. Yeah, put whatever you want in my body. That's perfectly acceptable. But whoa. I'm trying to get rid of a virus. Hold on a sec. Whoa.
You know what's funny? The people that are against vaccines are the kind of people that go out to clubs, snort whatever the fucking white powder they buy off some crackhead scouser is. They drink shots of God knows what the fuck it is, suck off strangers in toilets, and then eat a dirty kebab and go home. And they're saying, I don't know what's in that vaccine, you know, I don't put that in my body.
Yep. I mean, let's be honest. Can you imagine? Let's just put it in a little scenario right now. Bevied off my face, 2:00 in the morning. Man's at a kebab house. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you the exact ingredients in your doner kebab, please? Yes, sure, brother. I take care of that for you. So there's 70% doner meat, 4% sodium chloride hydrate, no monoxide, Emuser 2468. Can you tell me what that is again? I don't think that's happening, big man.
Reading the terms and conditions.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck are people out there going like, I don't know what's in it, bro? You don't know half the shit that's in half the shit you eat right now.
All people can do, unless you're like a scientist, all we can do is trust scientists. Because what other fucking option is there than to not trust them? What are you going to fucking do?
Yeah.
You can't not trust science.
I'm not going to do nothing. I think that's what see, the thing is, which I realized about science, and like, I think this does come down to like the medicine and stuff like that. I do think the medical industry is out there to make money. That's it, quite genuinely.
Any industry, that's in their best interest.
100%. And I think with medicine, as you say, like a lot of the time, it'll never get rid of what your problem is, but it'll just aid the problem.
And then they can sell more medicine to fix. Yeah. I've heard that argument. It's especially the case in America where they're all privatized. These fucking companies. That's
the reason why I kind of believe it in the sense of the medical sense, because I think like I take my mum as an example. Like my mum takes loads of medicine. Obviously, I'm like, yo, I don't want my mum to have like bare medicine because she's paying out her ass for it at the end of the day. And I'm like, have you ever just gone without it and just seen how things go? At least just give that a go. And she just goes, no. I'm like, why not? That's the thing. Like, because I like, obviously I consider myself quite lucky. Like, even though I am not in the most perfect health, but I don't really get ill. I don't really ever get pains or anything like that. I just think to myself, like, I can't remember the last time I had a paracetamol. I can't remember the last time I had ibuprofen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people with chronic pain where they have to take painkillers literally all day, every day.
Yeah, but see, those one of those, look at them, like, you know, they're mad situations where the pain is so broad, you have to have it. And obviously, I have nothing against that whatsoever, because obviously you want to try and live life the best you can.
Imagine how miserable that would be to
horrible,
live
man.
with a painful back or something, like literally every second you're in pain and you have to be on painkillers. But I know what you mean though. Like, people, they go on one medicine and then it seems like they just go on loads more.
Yeah, because they just say, oh, the other one didn't work, or it didn't. But then I think that just comes down to the fact that tolerance. Everyone always builds a tolerance to something, no matter what it is.
Yeah, because your body becomes used to it.
Yeah,
it's within our body's nature to adapt to these things.
So that's why, like, I've always thought, like, if my mum, like as an example, if my mum just stopped taking her medicine for a bit, she'd be like, yeah, fair enough, I'm getting a bit. I do feel a bit painful
at the start.
The start, yeah, it's always you're always gonna feel painful because your body's now like, oh, it's not there.
Yeah. Exactly.
But over time, I think your body will just naturally come to the point where it will try and repair itself. Because, like, and the reason why I think about this as well, because it sounds really silly, but I think about 2-3 days ago, I woke up and I was like, yo, my shoulder feels proper weird. I'm in pain for some reason. Like, every time I was moving my shoulder, I was like, yo, what's going on here?
You probably just slept funny.
Yeah, probably. Actually thinking about it.
It happens to me sometimes.
And then I was just like, all right, should I have some, like, paracetamol? Should I have some ibuprofen, like painkillers or something? Maybe try, fix the issue. Bro, I just left it. Didn't do nothing. I just went back to doing what I normally do, and after a couple of days it was gone. So I'm like,
went back to Warzone and it went away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, my brain was there, like, yo, that was it.
Sage defeats all chronic illness and pains.
All you gotta do, look, yo, if you're feeling a bit of pain in your arm or like in your leg or whatever, so what I want you to do, first get a seat.
If you've been stabbed in the stomach, just
take it out, like, you know, what I'm saying, like, you know,
of course,
get a bandage or whatever,
Yeah.
Close that little patch.
yeah, just close it off with plaster.
Then what you want to do is sit down, turn on the TV, find whatever device you like to use, PC, console, entirely your choice. Turn on Warzone or download it maybe if you need to. Start playing that. You never know, man. Might feel bad.
Proven by the science of Sag.
This is Dr. Sag coming at you live and direct from the Source Code podcast.
Mate, you should be like a doctor, like a consultant.
Yo, I'm out here. Yo, you need some medical advice? Let me know. Just let me in the comments, innit? Or like message me direct.
Yo, bro,
Don't worry about it.
I need medical advice. I've been shot in the face, as you can see,
Mm.
and my left eye, it's not there anymore. I went behind me hit the wall.
Oh shit!
And half my skull's missing, and I think I'm gonna die in the next like minute. What should I do, Doctor Consultant Sag?
So what you want to do is, first you lie down. Yeah.
Okay.
Number one,
I'm lying down.
lie down.
I'm lying down.
Number two, I want you to think about.
I can't really think. Half my brain's already missing. Do you know what I mean?
True. You probably don't want to think right now. So let me
Don't want
just
to stress the brain out.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Did you know Donald Trump's out here to make America great again? Isn't it true, innit?
Well, MAGA's on all the hats, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But can we address it? How's that related to my head?
So because you've got half a head, you should believe in that a lot more. You get me? You should just do it. I'm telling you, Gus, me, bro.
Believe in Donald Trump.
Yeah, man.
Donald Trump's going to fix this hole in my head.
Bro, I'm telling you, he's going to do it.
You reckon?
100%, man.
How? Why? I'm bleeding out. I can feel that I'm losing consciousness.
If you support him and you support this group, you'll feel better. That's great
and now I'm dead. And now I'm fucking dead.
Good thing is, now you're dead. I don't have to speak to you no more.
You fucking idiot. Donald Trump.
No, see, I was gonna go back to like maybe play some Warzone. You might feel fine, but then I realized I thought about you know what? You made a good point. I only got half my head. I can't think properly right now. Yeah, this is a great time to fucking put something in your head. You get me?
What, you say that people who can't think support Donald Trump?
No. People who can't, like, you know.
It's true.
I'm using it as an example. If you can't think for yourself, I can just tell you whatever, and you're gonna believe it anyway.
Yeah, because you're thinking for me.
Exactly. That's that.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Bro, that's some science shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Science, yeah.
Dr. Science. I told you this. Don't fuck around, man. Man
Surgeon
knows his
Sag.
science, innit? You get me? Man knows his science and that. You know what it says here? My name is SAJ. Science and Justification. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we do talk about some shit, don't we?
We're back with a bang on this podcast.
You know how we do, lad. You know you've been missing us out there, you know, baby.
Right, what should we call it? Should we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap this up, yeah, let's be honest.
I don't know how much of this we're going to edit out.
We're focusing that. You know what it is, yeah?
That 20 minutes.
This podcast is just going to be clips. That's what it is. It's no full episode. It's just going to be clips.
Man with hole in head addresses Dr. Consultant Sag.
If you've got a hole in your head, give me a call out. 0151.
How are they going to call you?
fucking do
With the
one.
right ear, not the other ear.
Yeah, exactly. You've got one ear to call me, so you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me repeat the number. 0151. Go fucking do one. Oh!
Thank you for watching.
It's been great. We miss y'all.
Yes, we did. All right. See you next time.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit, mate.